Today I want to talk to you about the worst advice you will get if you have a child who struggles with reading or has dyslexia. And that advice is that they should read more. Now, it's well-intentioned advice. Most people really want to help, but I'm going to explain why it doesn't. And to help explain why, I want to tell you a quick story. When my mom was a little girl, she wanted to bake a cake. Her mom told her all the ingredients she would need and how to do it. Well, when the cake came out, it was very crunchy. And it was crunchy because her mom had told her to put eggs in the batter, but she hadn't told her not to use the shells. So they were talking about the same thing, but they had two different interpretations of what put eggs in the batter meant. So what does that have to do with you and your struggling reader? Well, when you have a reader who struggles, you're going to be told over and over again that they need to read more. They need more practice. And logically, that sounds like it makes sense, right? Practice makes perfect. But let's talk about what kids who struggle to read actually do. Let's talk about what reading actually means to them. When you have a child who struggles, research shows that they use very ineffective strategies to try and figure out the words. They are guessing what the word is based on the context of what they're reading. In other words, what word would make sense in that sentence? Or they're guessing based on the pictures in the text or based on the shape of the letters. If they're alone, they're often skimming the text, just skipping over words they don't know. They're not activating the part of the brain that researchers have identified as the reading centers. These are the parts that skilled readers use when reading. Without tapping into this part of the brain, students are going to continue to struggle. So when a child who struggles is told to read more, what are they actually practicing? They're practicing guessing, not reading. They say practice makes perfect, but really it's perfect practice makes perfect. Otherwise, you're just reinforcing those bad habits and skills, making them harder to break. What a child who struggles needs is to be taught evidence-based strategies that have been proven to be effective, and then to practice those specific strategies. I've seen this work with my own child and with hundreds of other students I've worked with over the years. Now, to do this, you have to use text that is very controlled. So the only words will be based on what the child has learned. This will look very different than grade level text, but it serves an extremely important purpose. It's helping your child build effective new pathways in the brain, specifically in the reading centers of the brain, and helping them move away from that ineffective habit of guessing. So whether you're making a cake or helping a child become a reader, it's important to understand that even the most well-intentioned advice can turn out to be unhelpful without a very clear understanding of the situation.